y'all, Kimberly Olson here, back for session 4 of the Wealth Code Workshop. We are closing this baby down and it's going to be epic because this is one of the coolest things I'm going to teach you. It's the emotional guidance scale. What's really powerful about this is if you're not feeling amazing, you're going to learn that it's not about, I want you to think of it this way. If you're down or you're frustrated, it's really hard to get into high vibe from there, isn't it? And then you're like judging yourself for not doing it. You're like, oh, I should be happier, or I feel anxious, or I feel down, or I feel discouraged, and I know I should be happy, but I can't. Like, that's too big of a jump, right? It's a huge leap. So I'm going to show you how to move your way up the emotional guidance scale and just kind of understand it, because it really is what you need on a daily basis to get into alignment with what you want. So I want to welcome you guys back for session 4. Who's been crushing it live with us all day? I want to give you guys a shout out for crushing it live. That is not for the faint of heart. I mean, this is really deep work that we're doing here. So, and I know if you guys are like me, it's hard for me to sit still for long periods of time. So the fact that you've been trucking along, yeah, look at you guys. That's fantastic. So give yourself a little whoop whoop in the comments. Yeah, if you've been crushing it all day with me and the team, thank you guys so much. And thank you, Team Goal Digger, for supporting me behind the scenes so that way I could come and teach today. This has been fantastic. Love this material so much. I really do. And I love just sharing what I know in hopes that you guys implement it and embody it and integrate it into your own lives, which is what it's all about. So I would love to know, out of the different things you've learned today, what's been your favorite thing so far? What are you loving that you've learned so far? Maybe even being reminded of, right? Some of the stuff I'm teaching you, you're like, I already knew that, but I forgot. Or maybe one of the tools I gave you or strategies, or maybe one of the laws. What was something that we went over today that you really enjoyed, or you're like, yes, I'm going to focus on that? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys for that. And now, and how to maintain the wealth vibes. Yeah, we need some swag that says like #wealth vibes. I like that a lot that you said that. That's what we need. Yep, we all need wealth vibes on our shirt. So we're going to talk about staying high vibe with the emotional guidance scale. If you caught us live and you didn't actually register for this workshop, you can get the replays by registering. So if you're on Instagram, you can click the link in my Stan store. If you're on Facebook, you'll see it in the cover. Wherever you are, you should see the registration for that. Make sure you registered for it. That way you can get access to the back office with all the replays. We also have the Wealth Code template pack that's in your back office. So if you guys didn't explore that yet, make sure you do. I think there's a dozen different templates we put in there. They're all Google Sheets. So you can use it to cash flow a vacation, put a plan in place for retirement. There's habit trackers in there. There's different things you can use to set goals, even meal planning. Like, it's just really how to get organized and get some tools implemented. That's in your back office when you register for the Wealth Code. And then on Friday, this is your very last chance to register because I'm not going to talk about it anymore. We actually have VIP on Friday. Okay, we have VIP on Friday. Let me show you what we're going to cover in VIP because it's amazing and I want you guys to see it. I think some of you saw it earlier. This right here is the business plan. So I'm going to walk you guys through this whole thing. And we heard from Amy earlier. She said that she did the market research inside of the Millionaire Mindset Experience program and was able to give herself a $50,000 raise by we put some packages together for her bookkeeping. She told her clients, this is my new pricing, take it or leave it. And she was able to give herself a $50,000 raise. Extreme example, obviously, but kind of cool to see what a real business plan can do for you. So you understand what the heck your business is. What are your offerings? What's the market look like? What are you going to charge? Where's the reoccurring revenue? All the things. Okay. So we're going to go over that on Friday. So my team will drop the link. And if you put VIP in the comments, we'll be sure to reach out. We're doing VIP on Friday. It's a 2-hour with me, a 2-hour intensive business in a box, 11 to 1 on Friday, Central. Always Central time because I'm in Texas. And when you register for VIP, the business in a box, you're going to get the 2-hour intensive on Friday, your full 30-page business plan. You're also going to get a guide, Limiting Beliefs Unleashed, and a workbook that goes with it. So you can go through the guide, do the workbook. So if it's helping you to kind of write things out, process, reflect, the limiting beliefs will be really good for you. So go through that on your own. And then you're going to see an opportunity to add a couple things. I can't remember what it is because we've had a lot of things that we've been creating and building, but you'll see a couple. Oh, I know what it was. I remember now. So when you register for VIP, you'll see an opportunity to get 30 days of inspo with KO. And if you didn't know, I'm KO. That's my nickname. Knockout, right? KO is my initials. And you get 30 days of inspo with KO. And what that means is every day I'll send you a DM with a voice memo telling you you're awesome and giving you, I send you a quote, 30 days of that. I'm going to show up in your DMs for 30 days. So you'll see that. You can grab that when you check out at VIP. Our team has the VIP link there. So re-register for that if you haven't. And finally, you can grab the cash flow audio at the end. We can also drop that separately, I believe. You can just grab that. That Cash Flow Queen audio is a 39-minute audio track of me telling you how I got out of the lack mentality and a poverty mindset, because I did grow up in poverty, to being able to become a multimillionaire. Okay, so that's what's on the table for you right now, and it's going away now. So get yourself some VIP. Okay, we're finally digging into session 4, the emotional guidance scale. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit, and then I'm going to screen share, and we're going to work off of a PDF that I put in your back office, and it's right with this lesson. Okay, so when you get to session 4 in your back office, you'll see it in there. The emotional guidance scale is a concept. It's often associated with the law of attraction. So if that landed with you and you were like, yes, I've got law of attraction down, basically everything has a vibration, an emotional match. So when we want something, we have to get in alignment with that, where we feel the same vibration. It has to be an energetic match is the best way to describe it. So if wealth is equivalent to freedom and happiness and joy, we need to get into feelings of happiness and joy and freedom. So if you want more in your life, getting into gratitude can attract more. Have you noticed that when you give, you get, right? It's that same concept, okay? Consciously, what I'm going to teach you how to do is to shift your emotions towards a higher vibration to attract more positive experiences in your life. We need to take baby steps, okay? We need to take baby steps, because it can be a lot if you're around a lot of negative people, or you've been negative for a long time, or you're just like normal and you're like, yeah, another day, another dollar, right? All the, just the way society is blows my mind sometimes, but we're above that. And I shouldn't say above that. We are consciously becoming aware of how we get to step in the driver's seat and create the life of our dreams, right? That's what we're all about here. People can be people. People can do what they want to do. We're not judging them. I wasn't judging. And this isn't about them. This is about us and what we know and what we're going to implement, okay? So what we want to do is we have to understand, if you're another day, another dollar, and suddenly you're trying to like manifest millions, like that's too big of a gap, guys. Like that's a big jump, okay? So we want to move up in that direction. Does that make sense? So we're going to actively work to maintain positive emotions and thoughts aligned with higher vibrations to attract desired outcomes and experiences. So in order for you to get what you want, you got to change how you feel. Okay. The thoughts you have, you've got to reframe, redirect those thoughts. And then that way you can attract or redirect the thoughts so you have different feelings. Those feelings will be matched energetically with what you want. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, my face is on the thing. Here, let me move my little face. Yeah, you can still see it. That's fine. Okay, so this right here is the emotional guidance scale. On the left side is all of the higher vibe emotions. If you're on Instagram, when you register, this is in your back office, so you can just kind of listen. Left side is higher vibe, and they're in order. So 1 is love. It's the highest feeling that we can have. The best feeling we can have is love. 2 is, and of course, I adapted this from Abraham Hicks. If you don't follow Abraham Hicks, I'd highly recommend checking them out on YouTube. I made it my own. I tweaked some stuff on here, and I didn't necessarily agree with exactly how they had it, but this is where that idea came from. So I didn't come up with this. I just made it my own, because I have an opinion about everything, if you haven't noticed. Okay, so 1 is love. 2 is gratitude and appreciation. 3 is joy, 4 is passion. Then we have inspired, enthusiasm, positive expectation, belief, optimism, abundance, confident, hopefulness, contentment, pride, serenity, amusement, knowledge. So these are all the positive ones, okay? And even knowledge, this is why you feel good when you're learning. Now, after a while, if you don't implement it, you probably feel discouraged or doubt, something over here. But at first, when you're learning, you're feeling good, aren't you? Like that's legit. I love learning. It's such a passion of mine. I'm obsessed. So being around me, my energy is high, my vibe is high, but like you probably love learning when you saw like, oh, cool, I'd love to learn from Kimberly. Like there's a kind of a dopamine hit from that, right? That knowledge. So that's on there too, laughing, like all of this is on the left side here, okay? On the right side, we have the more negative things and they get progressively more negative. So boredom, pessimism, frustration, irritation, impatience, overwhelmed, disappointed, doubt, worry, blame, discouragement, revenge, anger, hatred, rage, jealousy, insecurity, guilt, unworthiness, fear, grief, depression, anxiety, and one of the worst is powerlessness. So what you can do, a couple of things I want to guide you with. You can write down on your paper where whatever you want to manifest, which emotion is it matched to? So let's say you want to find a romantic partner or you want there to be more love in your home. You could write down next to number 1, love. It could be, a love-filled home. And so you can make that correlation between feeling love and attracting more love in your life. So one of the things I like to do is if I'm like, oh, like I feel like, maybe Scott and I aren't on the same page or whatever, is I'll consciously go up and give him a hug. Or I'll think of, something I can ask him about his day, or I'll make an extra effort to take the first step because it's more important for me to move our family and our relationship into alignment with love than to keep score, right? Or be like just petty. So that it can be really helpful in real life to be able to take this emotional guidance scale and be able to apply it. So write down, what are some of the things that you want to attract in your life and get in alignment with, and where do they fall on the emotional guidance scale? And then on the right side, what we want to do is we want to identify, and I want you guys to put in the comments, out of everything listed here, what number, go ahead and put the word actually. Which word would you say, and it doesn't have to be on the right side, it can be anywhere. Which word would you say is your default setting out of all of these words? Which one is your default setting? So your default setting is the emotion that that you're feeling most of the time. Okay, where is yours? Put it in the comments for me. I'm going to take a look here. And you can just be honest. Where are you most of the time? Oh, and team, can you guys drop the MME link? Someone just asked for it. It's not showing me your name, StreamYard. It's like just not showing me things today. It's fine. Yeah, April, I think I'm with you too. I'm mostly optimistic most of the time. Unworthy, overwhelmed. Yes, totally. Worry, frustration. What's 20? Someone said 20. Oh, overwhelmed. Yeah. Thank you guys. Oh, fear, grief, depression, anxiety. Yep. Optimistic. So we've got a couple Pollyannas like me. And then we have the other side. And Yvonne is also one of our MME students. She's finishing up right now. Good job, Yvonne. So she's worked really hard. Yvonne, you can even share in the comments where you were when you came into the program. So she's now in gratitude and appreciation. Yvonne, shout out to you. That's awesome. So a lot of overwhelm. So if you think about the different things that you can attract in your life and you look at overwhelm, for example, we know it's on the right side of the emotional guidance scale. It's going to get us in alignment with things we don't want. So we'll get more overwhelmed, like situations such as someone frantically calling you. They need someone to take over the PTA and you're like, I must take over the PTA because there's part of you that likes being the hero and saving and feeling needed. And then you're committing to the PTA when you were already overwhelmed, and now you're even more overwhelmed. And then you're stressed out, and now you're just getting you're feeling like doubtful. Can you handle all this? You're worried all the time. Now you're blaming people. How come other people don't step up to the plate, right? That's how it happens. It's a downward spiral. It can totally happen like that. So what you want to do is wherever you are, so we'll go down to the bottom here, fear, grief, depression, anxiety, and powerlessness. As I mentioned in the first session, of course, reach out to, I would say if you're anywhere in the bottom most of the time, even revenge, I would say any of these last like 5 of them, 6 of them, even you might want to consider professional guidance, because there are professionals that can, obviously work with you, because it's pretty down there on the emotional guidance scale. And as we know, like if we don't make changes, we don't want anything to become more intense. So with fear, grief, depression, anxiety, powerlessness, our goal is to move up the emotional guidance scale. Yes, anxiety is yes, you could count anxiety and depression together. Yeah, because I've had both, and they feel different to me. But as far as like what vibe, they're together at the very bottom. So what I would do is we want to move up the emotional guidance scale at least 1. So if we can move up to insecurity, guilt, or unworthiness, and that might seem like kind of weird, right? But let me give you an example of this. So let's say we're feeling depressed. We're feeling powerless. Okay. We're just like, my husband, I want to like start my business and he doesn't support me, and you just feel powerless. Like you're just like, man, like he's not helping me. And you start getting mad about it. You're like, you know what? Enough is enough. And he comes home and you have a very tough conversation, and you're like, look, just because what I want to do isn't like at a corporate job or whatever, I want to grow my business and I want to go learn how to do this. And you're like getting fired up. That's actually a healthier emotion, or more supportive, because you're moving up to anger, which is higher up the emotional guidance scale. So I know it seems kind of weird, but it's actually our goal is just to keep moving on up. Okay, we're moving up. So what would you guys say? Would it be better to feel powerless or to have doubt and worry? Doubt and worry is 22. Powerless is 29. You guys see how that works? So instead of trying to be Pollyanna when you feel like crap, just move on up. Just work on moving up. Okay. Now you might not say, well, should I move to revenge? Not necessarily, but if you get into that like fight or flight, like, yeah, like arms up, let's go. You're moving into action. You're moving into, I can do something about this. So we're healthy and we're working on our mindset. So we can say, okay, maybe I don't need to get revenge, but I'm out of powerless. I'm in action. Let's go. And now you're like, okay, let me get in the driver's seat. What can I do to move myself up? You know what? I'm just frustrated. Now I'm 19. I'm just frustrated at this point. Why are you frustrated? I'm frustrated because I want to do XYZ and I can't, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're frustrated. All right, what's next? Okay, maybe we go get some knowledge. Maybe we don't know how to do something. We are frustrated, and now we get some knowledge. We get ourselves some knowledge, right? We get some training, coaching. Now we're 16. Okay, we have some knowledge. We can go all the way from feeling down in the dumps all the way to 16, which is the left side of the emotional guidance scale. If you get yourself some knowledge, do you think it's possible that you start to get hopeful? And now you're 11, you're feeling a little hopeful, like maybe I can do this. And then you start doing it. Did you guys know confidence is built by taking courageous steps first? Confidence is built by taking action. So if you're hopeful and you start working on it, you become more confident. When you're confident, then you can experience some abundance in your life. Now you're becoming more optimistic because you're like, this is actually working. Now you have positive expectation. You're starting to develop belief in yourself and your abilities. Well, heck, now you're just enthusiastic. You're like, oh my gosh, this is working. I can do this. Now you're inspired. You're like, wow, it's a whole new world. Now you're starting to get really fired up like me, passionate. You step into your passion, you step into your God-given gifts, what he wants you to do. And now you're just finding joy in what you do. It's joy. Joy is possible for every single person here, and you are joyful in what you're doing. And you have reached, it's Maslow's hierarchy of needs, self-actualization, where you just feel gratitude, you appreciate what you have, and you feel love. Like you truly feel love. Have any of you met somebody where they're almost annoying because they were just kind of happy? And you're just like, what's her problem? Okay. It's because you were so far from that it was like annoying. It's like so polarizing. That's real. There are real people walking this earth they feel love all the time. What's Mother Winslow, Family Matters? I mean, come on. We watch that show as a family. It's really good. There's some sound principles in there. But like there's people out there that really are full of love and they feel joy and we think they're like fake or something, right? It's possible. They did a lot of work to probably get there, okay? But you get to move your way up. So throughout the day, what you want to do is you want to kind of catch that, okay? So when you notice it happening, you want to catch it and be like, oh, okay, I see what I'm doing here. And then you want to move your way up the best you can, okay? Using some of these tools. So it might be going for a walk. Who here's done that before where you're in your office, especially if you work from home, you just get out and you got to go take a walk. Ellison Mancini, she's our operations director, as I mentioned, she'll be like, oh, going out for a walk. She's really good at like, get out of her house, go out and move because she knows being out in nature, moving, clear, and we do teach this in MME, but getting out in nature, clearing your head, it moves you up the emotional guidance scale. Singing to songs. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Music. Did you guys know the subconscious mind, it actually thinks in shapes and images in music. This is why people who have dementia, Alzheimer's, they can remember songs from 50 years ago, but they don't even know their spouse's name because of the music stayed in their subconscious. That's wild, okay? How do you think understanding the emotional guidance scale can help you make better financial choices and manifest abundance in your life? I bet if you just started working on this and being aware of it, you would start to see some shifts in your life. Just that, not even learning any new social media strategies or any of the stuff we like to teach, just this part alone. Because what will happen is you will start to be open to receiving what the tools you need, the trainings you need, the coaches and the teachers and the inspiration, it'll all start coming into your life. Can you identify any specific emotions that tend to hold you back from achieving your financial goals? So are there any there that you felt, like, for example, let's say you lost a loved one and you just can't seem to get over it. And you just, it's holding you back, okay? Again, that's where a professional can come in and help you with that, okay? Of course, get referrals and, make sure that that's what they actually do is move you through breakthroughs. That's what we want to do. It's interesting. I've done therapy and things like that before. And I actually did a year of somatic coaching. So I hired a somatic coach and worked one-on-one with her for a year. And it wasn't until I did the somatic work. Somatic basically just is where you're able to get in touch with your feelings, your body, just connect all the dots. And it wasn't until I was able to do that I was able to identify things that had been holding me back since I was little to break through. So I needed that coach. I needed someone to guide me through that because I didn't know how, even with all the tools that I have. So we do infuse, somatic work. This is really getting you able to feel your way into things instead of thinking your way into things. Because you're all very smart, or you wouldn't be here right now. How's that working for you? And we've become so disengaged with our body, haven't we? So it's getting into your body to have those real breakthroughs, which is really important. Okay. So you can work on that on your own. I think there was some homework I missed on session 3. You can just work on that on your own, obviously. So let me go over this right here. Oh, let me share my screen. That would help you guys. Let me show you a little bit about what we have coming up in this program here. Okay, so this is the Millionaire Mindset Experience, and there's a little video you can watch. If any of you want to see the back office and see the program and everything that's in it, I talk a little bit at the beginning of this video, and then let me make sure it's screen sharing. No, Abby, if we can put this in Stan Store. If you guys are on Instagram, we don't have it up right now, but eventually we'll have this up in Stan Store too. So I do talk for a little bit, and then I screen share and show you the back office, so that way you can see everything in the program. So this is what you're going to get in the program. 6-month group coaching with me and the team. You're going to get 12 curated modules. Oh, you also get a beautiful Trello board. I didn't show you the Trello board. It's so pretty. You get a beautiful Trello board, and I have all 12 modules on that Trello board, and you can keep track of your progress. You can get your certificate of completion at the end. So you'll keep track of all your homework, all the things I have you working on. You'll have those dynamic, the weekly Zoom sessions. So we'll be teaching and then implementing, teaching and implementing. So I'm going to take you through those integration exercises to truly embody what you're doing, okay? You're also going to be able to get a workbook in the mail. You're going to get access to our Facebook group and our small Facebook group chat that is just for our MME students for this next group of 6-month group. You cannot jump into this partway through. This is a start to finish, but you do have lifetime access. It's a $10,000 program. Today's investment is $1,897 or 6 payments of $347. That is a payment plan. This is not a month to month. It's you're committing to all 6 months, okay? You can read what some of our amazing students have said. Sarah's a great example. She, with what she's learned inside of our programs, launched something new, signed a 12K package, and she did this. She hadn't even pre-launched yet. So they were about to launch in a couple weeks, just word of mouth. But she's a system automation strategist, right? Like this can happen for anybody. Okay. Oh, and I love sharing this. People, how many of you want to do it, but you're like, I don't know, I just haven't really got results yet. I don't know if I'm ready. So I started a new account last summer, a secondary brand, just to start from scratch. I was like, I'm just going to start from scratch and see with what I know, what this can do for me. So month 2, I did $6,200. So the first month was a partial month. So month 2, $6,200. And this is from my profit and loss statements for Fempreneur. This is on the MME landing page if you're on Instagram. Month 3, $7,500, which is just shy of 6 figures. So 6 figures is an average of $8,333 a month. By month 4, I broke the 5-figure mark with $10,796. So with a brand new account, no following on these accounts, nothing, I was able to get to that 6-figure mark, averaging by the 4th month. Okay, some FAQs for you. And the exclusive bonus we have for those enrolling now, they're going to get access to the Like a Gold Digger conference, the virtual curated experience. It was a 2-day, the only in-person we've done with as a conference. It was 2 days, 14 speakers, 40 speakers, 14 hours of training, and just transformative. And you get all the breakouts, you get all the speaker bonuses, so much stuff. So you get all that. And then obviously there's some more testimonials for you to read. Here's the curriculum at the bottom. So there's the 12 modules there. So you guys can go check that out on your own. But we're going to cover manifestation mechanics, your future self now, building out your miracle morning, developing discipline to mindset mastery. The first 4 modules are heavy on mindset. Then we shift into marketing. So finding the abundance is seeing what's out in the market. Module 6 is identifying the gap. So we've got to figure out how to fill the gap. Basically, if you're saying, I work with women who are over 40 to get them to feel more confident, that's not going to work. Okay. We've got to fill a gap. We've got to get really clear on who you are, who you serve, how you help them, and let people know on social media. Module 7 is finding your people. So how do you go find your avatar? Module 8, the rhythm of recurring revenue. So we're going to build out your yearly revenue plan. So if you want to do 100K a year, 200K, and then we're going to break it down by program, course, network marketing, affiliate, all the things. And I'll teach you how to build that out. Module 9 is positioning with posture. So I'm going to get you how to show up, teach you how to show up powerfully on social. Module 10 is a beautiful brand. So we're going to go over your colors and your fonts and get your mood board put together. Module 11 is your social content strategy. So we actually work together to build out your content. I can show you how to plan out 365 social media topics in 10 minutes. And then module 12 is time to launch. So this is where you actually go ahead and you plan your launch, your first launch. And I'll teach you guys how to actually launch as well, which is really exciting. Okay. So that's MME. That's what's on the table right now. We'll have this program open until Tuesday at midnight. The first group coaching call is April 2nd at 11 a.m. Central, okay? If you can't make it live, it's okay. You can watch replays, make them live if you can, but everything's recorded. And then, of course, we have VIP Business in a Box. So if you're with us today, as we wrap up here and you're just like, I want more, get yourself into VIP. VIP is going to be, hold on. Why may do not disturb on? I don't know how, somebody just called me. They have some secret way on Instagram. I don't know. So if you want more, on Tuesday, Friday, we're going to do Business in a Box, 30-page business plan from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. Central on Friday. And then you're getting all kinds of goodies with that as well. So if you're interested in doing the VIP, I would highly recommend that. our team will drop that link below. If you can't find the link, you can always email customer service. If you need something, you can reach out. We always respond to every single email. thegoaldiggergirl@gmail.com. You can shoot us an email. If you can't log in, whatever, just reach out. We're here to help you. If you can't find a Zoom link, like, it's all good. We got you covered. Just reach out. We're happy to help you. Just, make sure that you're resourceful and you're reaching out, asking for help when you need it. Okay. So for everyone else that has participated today, for all of you that are watching the replay, maybe you're catching this months later, right? We'll have this available in the back office later on as well. If you're catching this later on, I just want you to know that not only is this available for everyone, this is our birthright. Okay, we were put on this planet to live in abundance and prosperity and wealth. God wants to prosper you. He doesn't want to harm you. And it's us that are doing a lot of this to ourselves. And we don't know. A lot of times we don't know, but now you know. Now you know. Now you have the knowledge to do the work. And I will say this is work. It is a lot of work. Every day I'm noticing my thoughts and how I am and how I'm with the girls and my husband and team. I'm noticing it all day long. It is a lot of work to constantly be monitoring your thoughts. And I've never been happier in my entire life. I've never had more joy. I've never felt more settled and confident as a CEO. My marriage has never been better. My girls, I can honestly say this is, as far as being a mom, this is the best it's been. And it's just going to get better. Don't you want that, right? You can have that. It's available for you. You just got to get out of your own way, okay? Get out of your own way. Do the work. You have the tools. And I would be honored to work with you inside of the Millionaire Mindset Experience. If you haven't noticed, I don't take this lightly. You trusting me with your finances, your time, letting me be your coach. I don't take that lightly. I don't take it for granted. I am very grateful for each and every one of you that says, yes, I want to learn from you. I want to grow. Like, when people just show up to learn, it's my love language. I just love it. And I would love to get the opportunity to work with you. And Team Goal Digger behind the scenes, thank you guys so much for helping me and allowing me to show up. Like I said before, this is really cool to be with you guys today. You guys did such a good job. So way to go. Put a little post up on social. You can take a picture of yourself at your desk. That would be really cool. Just saying, hey, learning how to tap into the wealth code. And you can share this with a friend. Let other people know about this awesome training that we did today. It was a blast. All the replays in the back office, don't forget. And then I plan on seeing most of you, if not all of you, at VIP. Okay. All right. Great job today, guys. We'll see you in the next training. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.
So before I met Kimberly, I was ready to quit network marketing. I was really struggling. I knew I wanted to leverage social media and really build that way, but I didn't know how. Kimberly taught me how to be powerful. She taught me how to create content. She taught me how to speak authentically and vulnerably to my audience, to the people that I wanted to work with and really wanted to share this journey with.
So I am highly encouraging you to work with Kimberly and her coaching team. You are going to be blown away by the results. In just 4 weeks, I am super excited and I just wish I would have done this sooner.
So I just want to say thank you to Kimberly Olson and the Goal Diggers for making an impact. No matter how long or how short we've been in the business, you are definitely an inspiration and motivation to myself. So thank you.